Hi, everyone. I am back again, and today I'm going to be going over the love asteroids, the ones that show up in the Synastry chart that determine if you're with someone that's going to bring you that one true love that everyone dreams about, or if it's going to be just a Neptune fantasy. But these asteroids that I'm going to be going over, they bring a connection that can be pure, destined, and full of potential. So these asteroids are the secret to understanding if you're going on the path to true love, and if it's going to be beneficial for you, and not another Synastry chart where it ends up in heartache and disaster. The first asteroid that I'm going to be doing is Amor. And that asteroid symbolizes, it's a pure form of love. And it's not just about infatuation or desire. It's the love that creates a deep bond between two people. And when it shows up in Synastry, it can really bring a sense of a soul deep affection and devotion. Now, a perfect example of this is Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan. His Amor conjuncts her Mercury, and you can see that in the way they communicate with love and understanding between the two of them. And they have a really strong bond. And it's there's mutual respect, there's affection, and it's almost like this Synastry chart is one of the very few that came really close to being a soulmate connection. I would have to say it's super close. Now, also in their Synastry chart, they have Valentine, the asteroid of pure, unselfish love. It's not about what you can get from this relationship, but how much you can give. And Valentine reveals the truest, most innocent form of love, when you're giving your whole self to the other person, expecting nothing in return. It's the kind of love that makes you feel safe, seen, and supported. And it's just a very unselfish energy when it comes to love and devotion. Now, his Jupiter is conjuncting her Valentine, and this unselfish love is magnified with the best parts of each other because you have Jupiter here. Jupiter amplifies this connection. So their love is really built on something true and pure. And another really good green flag in a Synastry chart is Valentine conjuncting the North Node. This would be one of the themes in your relationship. The Valentine person would stop a moving train to save you. The asteroid Eros, the asteroid of passion and magnetic desire. Eros isn't about superficial attraction. It's the intense chemistry that makes everything else fade into the background. When this asteroid makes a strong appearance in Synastry, you're going to find yourself drawn to each other in a way that almost feels faded or magnetic, and it's very erotic, and there's a lot of sensual sort of energy that goes on with this asteroid. So finally, with their Synastry chart, her Eros conjuncts his moon. So this is deep passion mixed with emotional security, because the moon represents our emotional needs. And it's a very important luminary in a Synastry chart. So the moon, it brings emotional foundation. And Eros here adds that intense magnetic attraction. So their connection is not just nurturing, it's filled with chemistry and a soulful bond that thrives both on the emotional and the physical closeness between the two of them. Now, the next asteroid that I'm going to be going over is Ceres. Ceres is the asteroid of nurturing and unconditional care. This is the love that is tender, supportive, and deeply protective, because when Ceres appears in Synastry, it can indicate a partner who's willing to nourish and care for you in ways that help you grow. And it's a love that will make you feel safe and cherished. Now, in this Synastry chart that I'm going to be going over as an example is John Bon Jovi and his wife, Dorothea. Dorothea's Ceres conjuncts John's North Node, and that sets the tone for their whole relationship. Because I have said before, the North Node in a Synastry chart will show you the basic theme of the relationship or where your relationship is going. So to have these love asteroids conjuncting your North Node is really a huge bonus. So she brings him the energy of being cared for in a real grounded love. She brings him the energy of being cared for in a way that's not about fantasy or drama, but about consistency. There's nourishment, care, and a real grounded love. She shows him what it means to be truly supported, fed emotionally, spiritually, and maybe even literally, like the food on the table care, which reminds me because that's fascinating because she's the one that started the JBJ Soul Food Kitchen, I think, in Toms River, New Jersey. He learns that his path, it's not just about success or ambition. It's about being tended to and rooted in something real, a foundation rooted in family and unconditional care. That's the theme she brings in. Love that grows things. Love that sustains. Now, the next asteroid that I'm going to be going over is Eros and Psyche together. So I've already explained what Eros means and the energy of that asteroid, but Psyche, this asteroid represents soul level connection. This one's about deep emotional intimacy, the kind of bond where you're seen for who you truly are, even the parts you don't share with anybody else. It's a very deep, soulful connection. And in Synastry, you may feel a deep, intuitive understanding of your other partner. And there's a lot of emotional depth that really makes it special. So when you have, this is really important because when you have Psyche conjuncting Eros in a Synastry chart, and the orb has to be super tight. I'm talking 0 degrees or 1 degree maximum. 2 degrees, it's a little bit on the weaker side, but it should not go past that. Now, Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, they have Eros conjunct Psyche, and that is like a magnetic force pulling them toward each other. It's not just attraction. It's a kind of love that feels ancient in a way because it's like their souls have known each other for a really long time or forever. And that's why Eros conjuncting Psyche is one of the indicators of a soulmate. So Eros, the passionate lover, meets Psyche, the keeper of deep soul connections. So it's a love that can be deeply personal and timeless. So with Eros and Psyche, it's not just about being lovers. Like I said before, it's a possible soulmate connection, and it's the kind of love that just sweeps you off your feet, and you feel like you're living in a dream. Now, the next asteroid is Juno, and Juno is the energy. Juno has the energy of commitment and partnership. So it's all about the vows we make to each other, the promise to stand by your partner through thick and thin. And in Synastry, Juno represents a type of relationship you crave on a deep spiritual level, the commitment that feels like fate. And this asteroid has to do with long-term unions and security that both partners can count on, or the security that they're looking for. Now, in this example, I'm using Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney, and his Juno conjuncts her Venus. So this wasn't just a love story. This was like a soul-aligned devotion because Venus is the planet of love, and Juno is all about loyalty, marriage, and the sacred union between two people. So when Juno and Venus meet, it's like the heart and soul of love itself shaking hands and saying, this is it. So this is really another indication of a marriage indicator. And she's Venus, so he thinks that she's like the ideal woman for marriage in this synastry chart. So he saw her as his forever partner. And it was the kind of connection where the vows are felt before they're ever really spoken. In order for there to be a true soulmate love connection, there has to be love aspects, multiple aspects, conjuncting key points in the chart. The more, the better. Context is important. You shouldn't just see one aspect with a more and say, oh, that's it. He's like the love of my life. You have to see multiple love asteroids making conjunctions to your luminaries, your angles, your north node. The more, the better on each side. That really, really weathers huge storms. Now, one thing I want to mention is Jupiter and Juno, the conjunction between that planet and Juno. In Greek mythology, Jupiter and Juno were married, and this is also a classic indicator of marriage, but not fidelity. So I don't consider Jupiter and Juno as being 100% green light, because when they were married, Jupiter actually cheated, and another a celebrity couple has this. It's Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. They had a Jupiter-Juno conjunction. So don't jump up and down if you see Jupiter and Juno, because it's highly overrated, and to me, it's not indicative of a soulmate connection. Now, the next asteroid I'm going to be going over is between Barry Gibb and his wife Linda, and they have a chart that it practically sings with soulful devotion and destined love. His Vesta conjuncts her North Node and her Venus. That's like a sacred commitment, meeting her heart and her future, because it's a theme of this relationship for her. It's conjuncting her North Node. So he didn't just fall for her. He's devoted to her now. Her Ceres conjuncts his South Node. So right away, there's this deep, familiar, nurturing energy. And she comforts a part of him that feels ancient, like she's known his soul before. It's right on the South Node. So there is a very strong connection between these two. I think out of all the charts that I've done, this is really, really one of the top that I consider soulmate connections. So she comforts a part of him that feels ancient, like she's known his soul before because of the South Node, but it gets even more aligned because her Eros conjuncts his North Node, and that's passion and eroticism that won't diminish over time. And if that wasn't enough, her Eros also conjuncts his Valentine. This is amazingly a wonderful sort of gift from the universe, handed over on a cosmic silver platter, really. Eros conjuncting Valentine, that's like desire meets devotion. So this is the kind of synastry where love, lust, and soul devotion all show up and stay. So it really makes a difference when you've got more than one of the love asteroids lighting up your synastry chart. For example, like Barry Gibb and his wife Linda. That is one of the very few charts that I've seen that really have a really strong, it resonates so much with all of their love asteroids. And I'll say this before, and I'll say it again. You want the good stuff to outweigh the bad. And the more supportive energy you have between the charts with these love asteroids, the better. Because what seals the deal are aspects like Moon trine Moon. That's a really good sealer for all of the love asteroids. Also, Venus conjunctions to the Moon. Strong positive connections between the luminaries. And those are the kind of aspects that help love not only start, but really last, and can last for a very long time. It's a forever sort of love. So if you need a synastry chart, my email is in the description box. And If you have any questions, let me know in the comment box. So there you have it. 6 asteroids that reveal the green flags to watch for in your synastry chart. And these asteroids show us the hidden qualities that make love truly magical. And I wish and hope that you find your magical forever prince or princess or other significant partner. And I will be back shortly with other synastry charts. So like, share, and subscribe to support my channel. And I will be back soon. Have a nice day.